Abdullah II and the Iraqi Prime Minister Al-Sayed Mohammed Shia in Jordan on Tuesday. The presidential spokesman Bassem Radi said that the summit tackled means of enhancing joint cooperation among Cairo and Amman and Baghdad. The summit took place within the framework of historic and brotherly ties that bind the three nations, as well as intensifying consultations and coordination on the latest developments in the Middle East region, which is witnessing an unprecedented challenge that threatens the Arab and Middle East security. Still on summit news, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi said on Tuesday the second Baghdad Conference for Cooperation and Partnership is a good chance to exchange visions with Iraq and review fields of cooperation. Addressing the inaugural session of the conference being held in Jordan's Dead Sea, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi expressed appreciation for the reconstruction projects in Iraq through the best employment of its resources. The President stressed that the conference aims to stress on the commitments to relations among countries, noting that the cooperation mechanism with Jordan and Iraq aims to deepen integration among Cairo, Baghdad and Amman. On the sidelines of the conference, President al-Sisi held talks with his French counterpart Emmanuel Macron. Arab League Secretary General Ahmed Abul-Ghait addressed the inaugural session of the Baghdad Conference and said the meeting is a main platform to boost cooperation. Abul-Ghait noted that the Iraqi government had taken the responsibility of rebuilding the trust of the Iraqi people and achieving their aspirations. The Arab League chief warned that regional interventions harm the stability of Iraq and the region on a larger scale. On the Palestinian cause, Abul-Ghait stressed that the international community must bear the responsibility for the deteriorating situation in the occupied Palestinian territories. Arab representatives to the Baghdad conference included Saudi Arabia's Foreign Minister Faisal bin Farhan. Addressing the inaugural session of the conference, bin Farhan stressed commitment to preserving Iraq's sovereignty and stability. He said Riyadh backs Iraq's reconstruction projects and electricity linkage projects. For his part, the Kuwaiti Prime Minister Sheikh Ahmed Nawaf al-Sabah said his country is working on getting back Iraq's position in the region. Al-Sabah reiterated that cooperation among the countries of the region is important to face the challenges on an international stage. The foreign ministers of Bahrain, Oman and Iran also addressed the inaugural session, stressing on the importance of cooperation and partnership among the region's countries. EU Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell gave a speech before the inaugural session, saying efforts are being exerted to closely cooperate with the region's countries, specifically on climate issues. The GCC Secretary General and the Organization of the Islamic Conference Deputy Chief also addressed the gathering. French President Emmanuel Macron also addressed the conference, renewing commitment to back Iraq and stressing the importance of Iraq's security and stability. The French leader said the sovereignty of Iraq would reflect on its future and the future of its neighbors. Macron called for Iraq to be allowed to choose a path not dictated by foreign powers, reiterating that the ability to rebuild the health, education systems in the region, fighting corruption, are a priority. Macron said that the war in Ukraine led to diplomatic rifts among countries. He congratulated President al-Sisi over the success of COP27. The French presidency said the summit in Jordan was aimed at providing support for the stability, security and prosperity of Iraq, adding it hoped this would benefit the entire region. Jordan was hosting a Middle East summit on Tuesday, bringing together regional and international players hoping to help resolve regional crises, specifically in neighboring Iraq. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi attended the second Baghdad Conference for Cooperation and Partnership, which was organized by France and Iraq. The story. The second Baghdad Conference for Cooperation and Partnership ended its activities in Jordan on the shores of the Dead Sea on Tuesday. The final communique of the conference said participants would exert their utmost effort to carry out the outcomes of the first Baghdad Conference and support Iraq's security and stability. The communique asserted that efforts would continue to boost using dialogue to solve regional disputes. Jordanian Foreign Minister Ayman al-Safadi confirmed that Baghdad's conference for cooperation and partnership achieved consensus on supporting Iraq as well as implementing various joint projects. Al-Safadi was addressing a press conference at the close of the conference with the foreign ministers of Iraq and France. Inaugurating the conference earlier in the day, Jordan's King Abdullah II said the conference aims to support Iraq and back its sovereignty, stability and security in addition to developing cooperation mechanisms with Iraq. The Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed al-Sudani addressed the session, saying the Iraqi government is open to new international partnerships based on common interests. Al-Sudani noted that the conference would discuss a project to forge an integration between Iraq and regional countries in services and economic sectors. The Iraqi premier has stressed that concentration on services is a priority for the Iraqi economy. The conference was also attended by the EU's top diplomat, Josep Borrell, who said the meeting was necessary amidst deteriorating Iran-EU relations, and they agreed to keep communications open. The Baghdad II conference aims to provide a forum for discussing the region's problems, providing support for stability, security and prosperity of Iraq, and to encourage the establishment of a partnership and an economic integration between Iraq and its neighbors and friendly states. The conference witnesses the signing of several deals in security and economic fields in order to maintain a regional order and encourage peaceful coexistence and a resolution of differences through dialogue and abandoning violence. Minister of Interior Mahmoud Tawfiq received the Minister of Interior and Municipalities of Lebanon, Bassem Moulawi, and his accompanying delegation during their official visit to Egypt. During the meeting, the two sides reviewed means of fostering cooperation between the ministries of the two countries, in addition to the latest developments in security issues of common interest. Minister Tawfiq stressed the keenness of his ministry to extend bridges of communication with the security services in Lebanon in light of the historical relations that bind the two countries. The minister pointed to the importance of strengthening cooperation mechanisms and exchanging experiences in security areas of common interest to besiege and undermine all negative phenomena resulting from terrorism and organized crimes in all its forms in light of the changes and developments on the regional and international arenas. For his part, the Lebanese minister expressed appreciation to Egypt's Interior Ministry, adding that his visit came within the framework joint strong relations between the two countries. He stressed Lebanon's interest in exchanging experiences with Egyptian security services in various fields of security. Minister Moulawi further expressed aspiration to strengthen channels of communications between the two sides in light of the security challenges imposed by the current situation on the regional and international arenas.